Hey guys, Games here again. This is going to be what if Luffy was an Asgardian. Now, for the last few videos, there's not been any audio, and I just realized something that one of my friends, when I gave him my phone, decided to turn off all the audio going to my headphones if I was recording a video to mess with me. So, I hadn't realized that till I'm like, what do you mean there's no sound? So I checked my headphones. They're fine. They're not broken or anything. I checked all my recording apps. They're fine. I took the main one on my phone, and it's like, oh yeah, no audio is allowed to come in or out. And I'm like, okay, that sucks majorly. So yeah, I'm sorry about that. So yeah, so I had two videos recorded, and I'll be redoing those for you guys. So yeah, being Kratos Ichigo and Assassin Naruto. On it. So we go on to basically what if Luffy was an Asgardian. Asgardian, I mean like an Aesir Asgardian, like Heimdall. That's kind of the poll in the last video, in the last community post, which is what if Luffy was Heimdall? I'm using Heimdall from God of War because God of War universe is probably stronger than the Marvel one by a long shot. So yeah. Also, I'm not going to be spoiling a lot about Heimdall's character, besides saying that yeah, he's a dick. This is all I'll say about him. So only amount that I like the Marvel Heimdall a bit more is the fact that he's nice. So yeah. So yeah. Now Luffy in this one, well, he is part of a different race in One Piece. So Luffy's mysterious mother would be part of a race called Temporians. Temporians are basically originating from the moon. It's basically the moon species that we see now. They are descendants of the previous one. These ones resembled humans a bit more, but they had special powers. They had discovered Haki before any other race. With them originating Haki, it comes natural to them in some shape or form. So yeah. And when Luffy is born, he's given all the abilities of a basic Temporian, but also because his father is Dragon, he has, unique capabilities now because he has Conquerors running through his system. What his abilities consist of? Well, near immortality, the sense where only Haki can kill him. But you have to have stronger Haki than him, to the point where he's born with a mastered observation Haki. Like mastered observation. Like future sight mastered, all that. So yeah, but he also has eyes that allow him to see some degree of the future without even using observation. It just allows him to read movements a lot easier. Kind of like a one-to-one Sharingan, basically. So yeah. But also, he's able to hear farther than basically anywhere else, being able to hear across an entire island with no difficulty, but also be able to sense across most of the island itself at the same time. So yeah, and his strength is always 5 times greater than what it is in canon, no matter what form it is. Like, oh, this base Luffy would be stronger than Gear 5 Luffy at this level. He'd be 5 times stronger than that, to the point where strength is nearly infinite because it grows at insane levels. So yeah. Now, Luffy's race is called Temporians, but from the planet they're from, they're called Asgardians. So yeah. And Luffy is basically, his mother was the last full-blooded Asgardian, or last full-blooded Temporian of the Asgards, or Asgardians. And when Luffy meets Ace and Sabo, not much about him and Shanks and all of them is different, but that he beat up Higo with bandits when they kidnapped him, or tried to. He beat them all up with relatively no difficulty. So yeah. But we go forward on to just Luffy with Ace and Sabo. And this is around the time that, Sabo's dad took him away, around that time. Another Asgardian would come to find Luffy. This Asgardian is one of the last of the planet. In fact, they've been dying out because of a virus. So, yeah. So, with this, these Asgardians that have been dying of the virus, the one that arrived on Earth is the last one, and he goes by the name Nagari. He used this name to blend in on Earth. So, while Luffy would meet Nagari, him and Ace would train under Nagari in the ways of combat. But Nagari also has a scroll that allows Luffy to learn how to control his eyes, because Dragon is not around to teach him. So yeah. So as we go forward, we go on to we go on to, I would probably just say, the day Sabo would die. On that day, Nagari had left, the fact that he succumbed to his own disease. So yeah. But Luffy already saw that Sabo was going to die someday. Luffy would use his advanced physical form to actually be able to run and jump clean over the walls, keeping them out of the Gold Kingdom. He's able to walk around, find Sabo, and be able to flash Sabo towards him, but use light to blind Sabo a bit, to the point where Sabo has to cover his eyes. Luffy's able to lock eyes with Sabo using his purple glare. Sabo would recognize purple eyes and just smiles as he looks into them, knowing what could happen if he does, as Luffy already has minor Temporian abilities. So yeah. Yeah. So with this, we probably go forward on to just, well, the day Sabo would die. On that day, Sabo already knows that he's probably safe, but he says he has to go through his plans if Luffy isn't stopping him. But when Sister Dragon says that she shoot down Sabo's ship, Luffy jumped in, grabbing Sabo at insane speeds, and running on water with how fast he's moving. Now, Sister Dragon see Luffy run by the fact that Luffy grabbed Sabo on a run a second before the bullet hit the ship. And as they see the smoke flaring, they realize it's probably a dummy ship, not an actual one, the one that accidentally set sail. But then they can't find the flag of the ship anymore. But then they see that the water seemed to be rippling all the way back to the shore. The guards search the shore, but all the guards are beaten up by two very small figures. When they hear about 3 kids in the terminal who make trouble: Ace, Sabo, and Luffy. Sabo was pretty much chilling out, and Sister Dragon had approached him with a rifle to his head, saying, "Boy, did you set sail the other day?" Sabo's parents are with the Sister Dragon, and like, "Sabo, how'd you get back here?" Luffy chuckles, saying, "Sorry, I got bored, so I dragged him back here." As Luffy's sitting on top of Blue Jam's chest eating food, as Blue Jam had survived the fact that Luffy does not like killing people, he'll prevent death in any way possible, no matter who you are. He doesn't think anyone deserves death, unless they've committed heinous crimes. The crimes Luffy's seen Blue Jam commit is against him, and that is just literal assault, and Luffy does not care too much because he can beat up Blue Jam. He can beat up Blue Jam even worse than before. So yeah. So with this, the Dragon says, "You could sneak into a kingdom, take a boy back, and no one notices." He goes, "Oh yeah, when I was stolen back, I kind of kicked the ship out to sea because, well, distractions." The Dragon pointed the gun at Luffy instead, saying, "So you were the one that got my..." Before he knew it, Luffy held up cannonballs, saying, "Sorry, you guys are pretty slow." Ace was chuckling as he was in a tree, as he had avoided Luffy's ability to slow down time. Everyone perceived time so slowly that they didn't realize that Luffy was moving faster than their perception. So Luffy kind of dropped it all in the bag, saying he'll be keeping these, and the gun, as the gun was now in Luffy's hand. He walked off. Before Sister Dragon knew it, his guards all hit the ground unconscious. Luffy flared his eyes at the Sister Dragon. The Sister Dragon already just froze, knowing the purple glare of those eyes. Luffy would walk inside, and from now on, we go on to when Luffy's 17 years old. With Luffy's 17 years old, he's a pretty chill guy. He's cool. So, yeah. So, we go forward on to just Luffy being 17, and Luffy already has his own ship. What he did, honestly, is just see the guy's future and become a fortune teller and make a lot of money off being a very good fortune teller. He's very accurate about it. And when that happens, he tells people how to counter it the ways he knows how. He tells them, all you have to do is cover your eyes and make sure that whatever I said, do the exact opposite of what you do until that moment from that time on. These are very simple to counter. It's just you have to have common sense. But you have to know how his power set works to have that said common sense. So it's a very weird ability. Only Garp, Ace, and Sabo have the counters. Like, most random people have the counters to Luffy's ability. People that have counters are Blue Jam, Dodon, Mongra, Dogra, Ace, Sabo, random Sister Dragon, Garp, Dragon, and that's also and Kong and Son Goku. Those two have those abilities. The fact that they have encountered a Temporian before. So yeah, excuse me about that. So yeah, Luffy 17. He honestly just used all his money to buy him Ace and Sabo ships. Hold up. Now, if you guys don't know this, the Mary was a cruise ship, not a pirate ship. So it's not meant to be a pirate ship. And that's why it was so small compared to other pirate ships. Luffy bought a legit battleship with all the money he's had. People all come from all across the blues to find... Luffy's met a number of people. He's met Zeph, he's met Sanji, he's met, who else? He has met Sengoku before. Sengoku knew his abilities, so Sengoku met him. But what else? He's met Judge. He's met Reiju. He's met Yonji. He's met Ichiji. he's a decent amount of characters in the series just because they heard of his very accurate fortune telling. But whenever they wanted to like take him by force, like Judge tried to like as soon as Luffy like turned around to go away, Judge tried to grab him. They just flipped and kicked him through a wall and beat up both like all of his kids. Well, minus Sanji, of course, but yeah, Luffy beat up all Sanji's siblings with really no effort. They're not that strong. Luffy's strength is surpassing most humans, is why he's able to actually beat them. So yeah, they were off guard the entire fight. So yeah, so Luffy's ship is roughly about, I would say, around 100 or so meters. So Luffy's ship is roughly around 100 meters in length. But then for width, I'd give it like, probably like 60 meters. So, yeah. Wait, hold it one more time. The paper I had for his crew got lost. Okay, so Luffy was set sail with his ship being pretty decent in size and everything. Luffy would bring 2 additional crew members with him, the fact that they're a liability in some way. Those 2 quote-unquote liabilities happen to be Dadan and Dagra. Dagra is the guy that wears the turban, and then Mangra is the guy with, like, the chicken hair thing. So, chicken chin thing, but yeah. He brought them the fact that they're reliable, but also know his main weakness, and that if he becomes too notable, they will search his hometown for him, because he's a Temporian, but also an Asgardian, most of all. So, yeah. So yeah, so Dadan, her role in the crew is honestly just for cash flow, because she's pretty good at that. And then Dagra is vice captain. In fact, he's smart, reliable, but also sneaky, because he snuck in to, well, Goa Kingdom when he's not supposed to. No one knew he was there. So Dagra is pretty sneaky, actually, because considering the bandits are scaring everyone, like, literally everyone. So yeah. But then we go on to just, well, when they set sail. When they set sail, well, Luffy is honestly just relaxing. He looks like how you see here, just a bit taller. So, hold up. Alright, so, all those Guardians in, like, God of War Ragnarok can be pretty big. Like, Thor himself is like 7'4", we have Tyr's 8'5". Odin seems to be a pretty average height person, though, but Odin's also old, and you can shrink with age. Heimdall seems to be pretty young as well, compared to Thor, Thrud, Sif. He seems to be pretty young compared to them, but Thrud seems to be, like, around his age, probably a bit younger. So, but when he fought Kratos, he also seemed to be similar in height, or almost there. So, Luffy's roughly around the same height as Heimdall, so I'd put him at, like, probably 6 foot even, or 6 foot, up to 6'2". Because Thor's supposed to be 7 foot something, according to the voice actor, but I'll give him 7'4" at the tallest. For Thor, that is. But yeah, so Luffy is 6'2". And as they're sailing around, they do find Alvida's ship, and Luffy is able to, like, find Alvida. He's able to stare in Alvida's eyes, and she's like, what are you doing, you bastard? You challenging me? But before she knows it, she gets hit in the face full force by Alvida's club. By Dadan's club and sent flying. As Alvida turns to Luffy, because he's like, you are a liability to me. I hope you know this. You need to be strong, because Marines are going to attack you if they know my race. So yeah. So Luffy basically beats the crap. Dadan kind of beats the crap out of Alvida with really no difficulty, honestly. Alvida is decently powerful. I'd probably compare her to early East Blue Zoro in terms of power. Early East Blue Zoro. Early. Well, she's around that level with Dagra with her. So yeah, so Dagra and Dadan are pretty easily able to take down Alvida's whole crew by themselves. With really no difficulty, so yeah. And Dadan hit Alvida all the way to the same place as in canon. But, well, same place that Luffy would originally send her. But yeah. But yeah, so they eventually do find Zoro and everything, and because Zoro has no role in the crew besides vice captain, it doesn't matter. So yeah, so we go on to basically just Luffy, Alvida, and Kobe, and Dagra finding Zoro. Dagra's able to sneak up behind Zoro and easily tie him without Zoro even noticing. And Dagra just chuckles, saying, I'm very sneaky. It's needed. So yeah. So as he untied Zoro, Helmeppo would arrive pointing a gun at them. Before Helmeppo knew it, though, the gunshot right him by Dagra, saying, sorry, Brat, but you don't know how to use that. It's obvious. You're shaking. And before he knew it as well, Luffy appeared behind both the Marines, kicking them both in the face like a split kick. And just chuckled, calling them pretty weak. He landed and then appeared on the roof. Oh, so I don't know why I'm saying he appeared. Heimdall is said to be so fast he moves similar to teleportation. Luffy moves about just that fast, to the point where he has infinite speed. So there's really no limit on how fast he can move. It's just how fast does he want to move. So yeah, that's why he's able to run on water and everything. Also, he doesn't have a devil fruit. he doesn't need one. He'll send the whole verse with disrespect. Giving a devil fruit gives him an excuse to run on water. So yeah. Luffy appeared on the roof with like a cutlass in hand, cut down most of the Marines up there. Not killing them all because he doesn't. They're decent people. But Morgan's main problem is he just pretty easily killed Morgan, knowing he's scum of the earth. So yeah, Luffy's killing most people just depending on the crimes they committed. This man kills innocents for fun, with no drive whatsoever. At least Blue Jam had somewhat of a drive. That's why he didn't kill him until he left because he'd be trash later on. So yeah, but Morgan's just straight up dead. Plus, he also saw his future where he cut up, where he tried to kill Garp, and Luffy does not okay killing his family, no matter who they are. So yeah, Morgan needed to die. He didn't kill Garp at all, but still, it's needed. So yeah, plus he's just a bad person. So yeah. So as they go on, they eventually bring Zoro with him. And Luffy tells Zoro his greatness, and tells Zoro that there's a fight with Mihawk in the future, but only if he goes with them. Zoro doesn't believe him, but also doesn't have any other choice because he doesn't know where Mihawk is, and this guy seems to know where Mihawk is without even knowing Zoro's goal against him. So yeah. But off intuition, Zoro would go with Luffy, Dadan, and Dagura. So yeah, now in this orange town where Luffy would arrive, and as soon as Nami had bumped into him, Luffy just looked down at Nami and just stared her in the eyes and saw her entire future with him on the crew. And he chuckles, saying, guess I gotta help you then. Before he knew it though, Zoro was already behind the two guys chasing her with the sword drawn, and the guys hit the ground easily. Dadan chuckled as she ran full speed ahead, just straight as fast as he can, knocking down most of Buggy's guys. Now, her and Dagger faced down against Mochi and Richie, but Dagger just uppercutted Richie into a building, while then Dagger just kind of pistol whipped Mochi. So yeah. And Zoro fought Kabuji on his own, I guess on his own, so yeah. But Luffy pretty easily beat up Buggy's whole crew with really no difficulty. But Buggy also cannot keep up with Luffy, so Nami does recognize Luffy's faster than anyone she's ever seen before. Yeah, she's seen fishmen swim, and Luffy's moving faster than that. It is very wild to her. So, yeah. So, hold up. Okay, so, yeah. Now, Nami is realizing that she's seen fishermen swim. They're not this fast, even comparable to Luffy's speed at all, because he's moving around like he's teleporting. By the time he beat up Buggy's whole crew, it's only been around maybe 45 seconds, and Buggy's already terrified. Luffy eventually kind of pulled out just a blade and slash by to stop Buggy in time, and was able to cut Buggy before his double fruit even reacted. So yeah, so Buggy moves so that his fruit couldn't even react. Not like a big cut, but Luffy needed him to be wounded so he can stare into his eyes even when he recovered from the time slowing effect. So yeah. Now with this, Luffy just chuckled, saying, "You're not bluffing. You even bluffed your way into, well, a high position. You're mine." As he ended up picking up Buggy and walking away. I was like, "Wait, what? You're bringing him? What for?" He says, "You wouldn't understand. But, yeah, you're coming too." Then I picked up Nami, threw over her shoulder, and walked off. So, yeah. Now, once we're on the boat, Nami does realize the ship is pretty big, and then they get to Short Village, which honestly is not a different arc at all. Luffy just lets it go on besides him falling down and hitting his face. But when it came to him versus Kuro, at that time, look, I saw Kuro went to slash Luffy right across the face. Luffy simply just appeared behind him and kicked him right in the neck as hard as he could and broke it immediately. So Kuro just died on impact. So yeah. For Django, Luffy just had Dagura just follow him, and Dagura moved about as fast as Kuro does, just not as... Dagura's probably as fast as Kuro is, just not as much strength, speed, or intelligence. But he can actually see when he uses this ability, so that's the one advantage he has on him. But he's able to kick Django in the face as hard as he can and knock him out. So, yeah. After that, we go on to, yeah. But yeah, we can go on use up joining the crew now, because Luffy does want him to join either way. So, yeah. Now, we go forward again on to just the next arc being Bratie, which is still not different at all. But Luffy already knew Seth and Sanji because they came to get their fortunes read while they're sailing around for fun. So as he talked to them both, it was a pretty cool thing to just reunite with them. Luffy even invites Sanji to join his crew, and Sanji says, "Did I really want to be a pirate?" Luffy says, "Well, why do you use your fortune this time? Because last time you didn't want it." He's like, "Yeah, sure." Luffy kind of wrote down everything that he sees, and Sanji's like, "You're not really, you're not like Zeph, is this right?" Zeph's like, "Yeah, this is what he did to me, and everything he said came true so far." And Sanji's like, "This fortune starts me being a really damn strong pirate and a cyborg. I don't like it. What can I do to avoid being a cyborg?" He says, "Oh, no, nothing. That is honestly genetics. Oh, what we can do right now is die, if that helps." Sanji's like, "I prefer not dying before I see the Yall Blue." So yeah, it's all Sanji has is just be a pirate or die to avoid becoming a cyborg. You need to be a pirate, become a cyborg, or just die. Who knows? So, yeah. Oh, pause. Alright. So, yeah. Now, we go on to, what was it? Oh, yeah, so, Roxy is honestly not much different because Sanji does now have to join because his fortunes drives him joining Luffy. And when Krieg's crew arrives, Sanji already knew what was happening, so everyone there was ready for it. Yeah, so Nami can jump out pretty easily, able to just like, Krieg's like, "This crew, or the ship is now..." But you know what, though? He's hit in the face with a staff and sent flying out the door by Nami. Krieg was able to like, get back on his feet immediately and recover for a sec, only have his head slammed into the ground harder by Dodon's club, when Luffy appeared, kicking him through his own ship and across basically the East Blue itself. Pearl was ready to throw hands as well, but Gin heard the fortune and just slammed his Tonfa into Pearl's chest as hard as he could, leaving him flying into the ground and then beat him half to death with Tonfa. So, yeah. But then the rest of the crew was pretty easily taken down. Mihawk arrived, fought Zoro, then fought Luffy, actually. And to his shock, Luffy's the hardest fight of his life because Luffy and him had eye contact for a while. Luffy's able to pretty much basically dodge all Mihawk's attacks, even if they involve Haki. But yeah, so Luffy can land a blow on Mihawk, but Mihawk can land a blow on Luffy. So yeah, Mihawk's like, you're not that great of a swordsman, but you're good. You almost hit me each time, but I don't get close to hitting you. Luffy mentions he's a Emporian, and Mihawk just chuckles, calling that a very impressive thing to see nowadays. No wonder he's strong. And he told Luffy, when you unlock Armament Haki, come find me. Our battle will be legendary. And Luffy just says, damn right. So, also tells Mihawk that he can see Mihawk's future, and Mihawk's future involves him being betrayed by the government. He asks in which way, and Luffy simply says, you lose your status as a warlord and they attack your island. You win, but you team up with Crocodile and Buggy. But Buggy's on my crew right now, and I'm grabbing Crocodile later on. So, yeah. When that happens, find me and possibly Wano. Who knows? But I'm gonna try to be there. Mihawk nods, saying, he'll find out. See if fate is honest. So, yeah. For that, they head now on to Kokoyashi, but that's not really an arc either, and they pretty much easily destroy everyone there. So, yeah. Yeah, this arc is a very, it's a very hard one for Fishman. So, yeah. So, the Fishmen are very brutally beaten by the Straw Hats in a very quick manner. So, yeah. The Fishmen, this is not really an arc, it's just complete utter assault. Like, Arlong fought Luffy. Luffy easily jumped, right over him, put him in a chokehold, and just choked him out in just seconds. Then, Chu versus Usopp. Because Usopp's not that good of a fighter, Luffy told him and Nami fight together. They would do so, and they pretty easily overwhelmed Chu. Kurubi fought Sanji. It's a pretty one-sided assault. So, yeah. This does pretty easily leave Chu defeated. Then Hachi fought Zoro. So, yeah, so Zoro's defeated as well. So, yeah. Yeah. But honestly, I'm just gonna probably end this part here. Because I want this to be a decently long series, because I do like Heimdall a bit. So, yeah. Pause. Not pause. Bye. Adios.